thumb here. Just be prepared.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah, it's nice and bright out there right now.
I know, it's beautiful. It's like
Right.
one of those like stereotypical Colorado days, and I love them.
Yeah.
They're
Crisp.
crisp. And do you know that why the skies get so blue here? Have you ever noticed that the Colorado skies are just insanely blue?
Yeah, they're so blue.
So blue. It's because the lack of humidity in the air.
Wow.
And that's why.
That's interesting.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For clarity.
Well, Doyle, you have been here for, what, 24 years now?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that?
Approaching 25, but yes.
Approaching 25. So you've been in Summit County for a while, so you know what you're talking about when it comes to real estate.
A little bit.
And pretty much, all things in the county. You've got your finger on the pulse.
Yes. I mean, I think anyone that's been here for a good amount of time, certainly knows the county very well. Mm-hmm. But we're constantly learning little things, I think, every day.
Well, and I think that that's the fun thing about being up here in the county. And Doyle, folks, because he's been here for so long, he does a great job with real estate. He's raised a family here. He's raising a family here. You still have your kiddos, so you can really relate to all portions of life here. Kids, no kids, all of it.
Yeah, it's a nice time of the year, the holidays and stuff. So just as we were talking, the kids got to have a bunch of good presents that are out there using those things now.
Yes.
Little guy's out there in Ski Summit today, so he's skiing away. So,
all right. Gotta love Team Summit.
But yeah, just to get to the real estate side of things, it's been a great year. 2015 was a very good year for real estate up here in Summit County.
Okay.
Tons of activity. All of us as realtors were super busy.
That's a good thing.
I think that we got close to 50 sales ourselves, myself, this last year, which is a lot of sales. And, use Keystone, for example, where I do a lot of business. Keystone saw about 300 plus sales this last year, which was a big increase over 2014. And 2014 was a big increase over 2013.
Interesting, okay.
So you got a good trend going.
So it's on the up and up.
On the up and up, you're starting to see prices increase. We're not at our last high point of 2007, 2008 era. So there's still great buys out there for buyers. More limited inventory, but the inventory will be coming on and off the market. They're going to thumb through some pictures right now, show some different areas and some prices. And as you and I have talked about before, I think the thing that's interesting there is a lot of these start in the $100,000 range when you start talking about even areas that you walk on over to the slopes.
Yes, and I think that that's really one of the great things that you have to offer, because when you think of mountain real estate, I mean, it can be a little intimidating. It's a tough market up here.
I think most people think the mountains are super expensive, and it's not that they're not. The valleys aren't up there, but it's not as high as maybe a lot of people think. There's a lot of different options. You can rent your property out to help cover some of your costs.
Great idea.
You can get a quarter share where I want to have a 4-bedroom place. I just don't want to pay that $800,000 price range. I feel a lot more comfortable being in a $200,000 price range. That gives that person the ability to use 13 weeks to actually own the property. They can trade the weeks amongst their fellow owners and things of that nature, or rent out the weeks they don't use. So
great options here.
Depending on the person and depending on the situation, there's something for everybody out there.
Right.
And I think that's the big key, is that when people start exploring this, they say, I'm going to rent the property, or I want to be closer to the slopes, or I would prefer not to rent, and I would prefer to be a little bit more isolated. There's something out there for everybody, and you just need to find a realtor that knows the market very, very well, that can help you get educated on the market and find the right properties.
Well, and here we are, speaking of knowing what you want and having some ideas. A great place to start is your website, which is doylerichmond.com, and we're looking at your feature properties here. And there's you have spots all over the county, not just in the Keystone area.
Yeah, we do a lot of business in Keystone because my office was there for many, many years, and I have a lot of repeat customers. So I tend to have a fair amount of listings in the Keystone area and help a lot of people. In fact, today I have someone come off the slope and look at one of our listings today. But also help people, as you just pointed out. I mean, do a lot of work in Silverthorne, Dillon, Frisco. People want to be in the middle of the county. They like to branch out to Copper one day, Breck another day, Keystone another day.
Right, and there are, there's, pros and cons to whichever location you want to be in, depending on what you can customize it. This is
and reason I, just going back to Keystone, a lot of families I might work with that like that is that it's a convenience factor. The kids are young. They don't want to jump in the car every day. They want to walk right out over the slopes, or they want to jump on the shuttle and take that situation. So again, it's sharing the different potential opportunities to people, and let them kind of decide what works best for them.
Right.
From a positive standpoint, I've done a very good job in helping people find the right properties and negotiating the right, deals together, and just hand-holding, through the whole process. Here's some good rental companies to talk to. Here's some good mortgage lenders if you want to do that process. And that's what, any good realtor is, if he or she knows the market really well, it's going to be very easy for them to give this information.
Well, and it's a nice customized approach with you. You can really help to, as you're saying, steer people, because it's a large purchase.
Oh yeah, it's a significant purchase.
Exactly. And I think too, on your website, I just want to mention, I love your website because you can go to doylerichmond.com and you can hand pick and choose, locations in the county, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, and then you can see it all on a map. Right there. I really like that feature.
Yeah, it's meant to be easy, and you can go on Zillow and Realtor.com and stuff of that nature. But
I just feel like you really simplify this. I think you're better than them.
Yeah, it's simplified, and then we have the person that's really into Keystone. We have some little tidbits more that are kind of talking about the different neighborhoods and things of that nature. But the bottom line is to start the process you said online, and then to call someone or email them and talk to them and find out what's the real deal behind these 3 or 4 properties I've been interested in.
Exactly.
Why is this one priced at this price? Why this one's a little bit larger or a little bit smaller and it's priced a little bit higher? I mean, there's usually a reason why all those different things are happening.
Exactly. Well, and I think it's great too because you can easily, like you were saying, you can go on your website, you can email Doyle, or you can call him.
Yeah.
His phone's right in his pocket. I saw it. It's true.
It rings all the time. So.
And his number's on the screen, so you can give Doyle a call. He'll answer.
Yeah.
He will.
So go have a great day out there, and we'd love to spend some time with you on the phone or email, or hopefully in person. So enjoy.
Awesome. Well, Doyle, thanks so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And folks, we'll be right back. More Summit Sunrise after this. Don't go anywhere.